All right, let's talk about something that's absolutely blowing up right now, the AI-powered side hustle. Today, we're going to deconstruct this entire business model, and we're going to use a super detailed product review as our case study to see how these business-in-a-box ideas are totally changing the game for people trying to build something on their own. You know, it's the ultimate dream, isn't it? Making money while you sleep. But let's be real. The road to passive income often feels like it's paved with a whole lot of active effort and a ton of burnout. So, is the whole thing just a myth? That's really the core problem we're digging into.
The dream is always so shiny, you know? Freedom, cash flow, flexibility. But the source we're looking at highlights a pretty brutal reality that so many creators face. Burnout, staring at a blank screen, and that nagging fear that you're just not a good enough designer. The review actually calls it creation overwhelm, and yeah, that is a total dream killer.
So, what's the fix for that? Well, the review points to this growing trend, the business in a box. And it's exactly what it sounds like, a done-for-you system that's designed to just get rid of the most draining, frustrating parts of the whole creative process. The specific product our source dives into is called the Smart Preschool Poster Starter Pack, and what it is essentially is a complete blueprint. It combines the power of AI, specifically ChatGPT, with a bunch of pre-made design templates. The whole goal? To let pretty much anyone create and sell educational posters in the kids market, which, by the way, is a niche that's always in demand. So what's actually inside this toolkit? Well, the review breaks it down into 3 key ingredients. You get tested ChatGPT prompts, so you know you're going to get quality content. You get ready-made templates, which lets you completely bypass the need for any design skills, and then you get a full private label rights license. And honestly, that last one is the real game changer. It means you can sell the final product as your very own and keep 100% of the profit.
Okay, so that's the what. But how does this thing actually claim to work in the real world? The review breaks down this really streamlined process that it calls the creation engine.
The whole workflow is, believe it or not, a simple 4-step process. First, you use their proven prompts to ask the AI for content. Second, ChatGPT spits out the text for you. Third, you just drop that text into one of the pre-made templates. And finally, you tweak it with your own branding and list it for sale on a platform like Etsy. The entire process is designed to take minutes, not days.
Now, this super streamlined process is all designed to deliver on one big thing, the income promise. So what's the core value here? Well, it all circles right back to that initial dream we were talking about, passive income. So for starters, the source points out that there are over 7,000 users. That is a ton of social proof. It suggests this is a method that a lot of people are adopting.
And then you've got the time savings claim, a 90% reduction in creation time. I mean, for anyone out there with a day job, that's literally the difference between actually launching something and just giving up.
And finally, the financial engine behind it all, 100% profit. That private label rights license means every single sale goes directly into the seller's pocket. There's no commission, no revenue split, it's all yours. The review does a great job of summarizing the value into these 5 major transformations. See, it's not just about selling a single product, it's about shifting from trading your time for money to building a real asset. It's about getting over that design fear, maximizing your profit, quickly scaling up from one product to an entire line, and tapping into a niche that's already proven to work. And to make this all feel really tangible, the source throws in this powerful quote. "I used to spend a whole weekend making one printable. Now I have 5 listed in an afternoon." Wow, that right there just captures the entire promise, giving valuable time back to busy people. But of course, a tool is only as good as the person using it, right? So the review also gives us a much-needed reality check. It outlines the absolute keys to making a system like this actually work and the pitfalls you have to avoid. So let's just quickly recap that transformation again. You go from spending, say, 15 hours on a small product pack and feeling completely drained, to spending just 1 or 2 hours on the same thing and feeling like you're actually building a real, leveraged asset. The big question is, how do you make sure you get there? Well, the source highlights 4 really common mistakes. First, and this is huge, don't just copy and paste from the AI without a human review. You gotta read it. Second, you have to add your own branding to the templates to stand out from the crowd. Third, success comes from building a whole library of products, not just 1 or 2. And finally, sell where the buyers already are, like on Etsy. This thing is a tool, not a magic button.
So, who is this actually for? The review is super clear here. It's ideal for busy side hustlers, for sellers already on platforms like Etsy or Teachers Pay Teachers, and for total beginners with zero design skills. But who should avoid it? Well, anyone who's not willing to take action, high-end professional designers, and people who just aren't interested in the educational market. It's a very specific tool for a very specific person.
And all of this leaves us with one big final question. Is this combination of AI-generated content, ready-made templates, and full ownership, is this the new blueprint for digital products? Because as AI just keeps getting better and better, the line between being a creator and being a curator might just be blurring for good. And that is definitely something to think about.